Kalinjar Fort lies on the border of Uttar Pradesh and Madhya Pradesh in Uttar Pradesh's Banda district. It is situated on a plateau which has a vertical scarp of around 40 feet, making it thus almost impregnable. Beyond that is again a 30-foot tall wall. This fort is famous not only for its fortifications and being impregnable, but it has a long history of pilgrimage. I have already vlogged on the Neelkant temple and on the Mrigdhara, which can be viewed on this channel. But today I want to take you to a place which has not been talked about much and very few people have seen it. We had gone to Bundelkhand and Kalinjar with Sanat Kada Heritage and Deep Dive India. Samir Kher of the Deep Dive India took us on this quest to find what he said was a spectacular rock cut sculpture of Lord Shiva. He warned us it was a difficult walk along the ramparts as we had to leave the fort gates and go out to see one of its outer walls. The walk was indeed tough but spectacular. Going out of the Panna gate and down towards the village. But instead of going to the village, we once again climbed up and went towards an area called Mandukya Bhairav. Bhairav, as we all know, is one of the incarnations of Lord Shiva, and that's whom we were going to meet. But what or who was Mandukya? That's the name by which the Shiva sculpture is described in the inscriptions all around it on the rock face, inscribed there by pilgrims and devotees of yore. It's a name used for a frog, but though there's a deep reservoir there called Bhairav Jinka, it's too deep for frogs to survive. I emailed Mr. Vijay Kumar, whose detailed article in the Indian Journal of Archaeology on the inscriptions of Kalinjar told me about the name. He replied that a plant called Nirgundi, also known as Meodi, grows in abundance in that area and that this place may be named after it. Now, whether it was named after the frog or after the weed, it is definitely named after the flora or fauna. Finally, we had taken the turn, and above me, once again, were steep steps and the image we had come to see. First of all, we passed by the Bhairav Chirka, which again had carvings of pilgrims and dates. And over here, there was also a Kanvaria. And then, of course, we were face to face with the huge sculpture on the wall of Lord Shiva at the Gajantak or Gajasura Samhara Murti, which is an aggressive, destructive form of Shiva as a martial lord who killed an elephant demon named Gajasura. The story occurs in a couple of Purans as well as some other sources. The killing was so violent that he skinned him and danced within his hide, which is why in some examples he dances on the elephant's head and lifts the hind legs up. As you can see in this particular sculpture, the skin is held aloft. When a demon, Rakshasa, assumed the form of an elephant and terrorized Brahmins who were worshipping the linga, Lord Shiva emerged from it, slew the demon and removed the elephant skin, thereafter wearing the skin on his upper body. This icon was very popular in Pallava and Chola art, which portrayed him dancing vigorously in the flayed elephant hide of Gajasura. Lord Shiva is always accompanied by his beautiful consort, Parvati ji, and her sculpture here is exquisite, sitting on a couch with the resting on her hand. Since it was very high, I have photographed it, but I've taken this image from the Indian Journal of Archaeology, where you can see it from an eye level. What makes this rock cut sculpture special is that it is one of the earliest representations of Lord Shiva as Gajantak. This is from the 5th century. There is one from 550 AD in Elephanta, and of course, many depictions of it in Chola and Pallava art in the 9th to 12th, 13th century. It was an exhilarating experience. The return, of course, was again tough because now the thrill of discovery was already over. But it was worth it, and I would urge everybody who goes to Kalinjar to go and visit it.